So, good morning, everyone. In this beautiful occasion, I would like to give you a speech. This bit is talking about smoking and why it is harmful behaviors. So, before we are going to have this topic, let me tell you a story. The story of the mass destruction weapon. When I was said this topic, the mass destruction weapon, what is came through into your mind? Can you guess it? Yes, if you think is AKA-14s, M14s, and the other military stuff like a bomb, you are totally, really great and true. But there are others military stuff that can kill you, that can the mass of people, that can killing mass of peoples more deadly, more silent, and more massive than this army stuff. Can you guess it? What is it? Yes, this is smoking. In the data, 2 million deaths per year. This is 10 numbers more than the death related by the gun in US. 205,000 per year death causes by the gun. It is more bigger number than death by the gun. However, people in Indonesia still do not care about this dangerous smoking, this massive destruction weapon. They didn't care. And often saying that smoking is the part of cultures and is it cool? Why is that can happen? Well, before we are talking about how smoking can that dangerous, let me explain to you how people can claim that this is cool stuff and this is the part of their cultures. So there's no balance between the education about the dangers of smoking with the massive smoking commercials. In the first, in Indonesian education, especially in junior high school to senior high school one, occasionally are educating the students about dangers of smoking. Even there are educated there is education about the danger of smoking. The teachers are just talking about the smoking is addictive. Cigarette has nicotine. That's all. The discussion ends by like that. There's nothing will be discussed again. But if the other hand, you have massive advertisement are smoking, and it's make advertisements talking about smoking. I'm sorry, such as banner, TV advertisement, concerts, and sport event that are totally are not related with the smoking. That. And the data said the tobacco companies or the the industry of the industry of cigarette are spent more than 40 175 million dollars per year to afford the advertisement. So they are really, really, what is it? Give more money for doing advertisement. So this is very ironic things that happen when the governor give less effort than the commercials of the cigarette. The section number two, the massive advertisement led the young people to try smoking. Yes, the advertisement are very persuadeful to younger to try smoking. Why is that happen? So this is because the target of cigarette advertisement is about teenager and the adult. Yes, if you can see in your TV and the banner of anywhere in the road, you can see the advertisements really show the product itself in terms of cigarette. They are not put the cigarette on the banner. They not put the cigarette on the television advertisement, but more on how to advertisement look cool and sometimes joyful, energetic, and spunky. This is what a teenager are like. And this is bring curious about what is within the product and why it can be joyful and looks good. This is totally brainwashing. Moreover, thing that makes cigarette popular is because the price is cheap. In Indonesia, 2,000 rupiah per pack is very maximum the price for the cigarette. Rather, in the USA, it's more valuable. In the USA, 150,000 rupiah for a one pack. There's a huge difference number here. So this is very cheap. That's make the cigarette is being like a snack for teenager when they are going to have hang out with a friend. The cigarette is like a snack because it's affordable. It's the price is very similar like the daily spend for snack, and plus you get the nicotine with it. Then I want to say that the nicotine that you get here is a temporary joy. Yes, I will talk it later, but let me give a data for you. 2008, I'm sorry, 76% of Indonesian male are addicted to cigarette. That means if you see four men in the streets who are hanging out, there are three people of them are addicted in smoking. Yes, three or five of four people are addicted by cigarette. As I said before, there are a lack of educations to avoid dangers of the chemical things that within the cigarette. As I as it's very dangerous, teachers are not telling more detail about the what the same chemical within the cigarette. Moreover, teachers just talking about nicotine. Well, as a fact, there are 5,000 reactive chemical from the jar, arsen, ammonia, benzene, and the other reactive stuff that are ready to attack your throat and your lung. That's very dangerous. From those 5,000, there are 70 known to cause the cancers, and the rest can cause heart disease, lung disease, and stroke, diabetes, tuberculosis, and the other serious health problem. That's so scary for me. And this is supported. This is not my opinion. This is supported by the fact that more than 60 million Americans are living with a disease caused by smoking. 60 million Americans live with disease because of smoking. Can you imagine that? In the country that the rules are strict with the cigarette, the price is very high, that causes 6 million Americans get disease. How about Indonesia? In Indonesia, it's easy to get cigarette. The number will be more huge than 6 million. Moreover, they are non-smoker also get victim by this smoking because they are a passive, they are second smoker. So this is called as a non-smoker. Okay, even though they are not taking a cigarette, they are no what's it consume the cigarette, but the cigarette is the smoke of the cigarette is still can infect the non-smoker because the smoker is nearby. When you are as a father, it's very dangerous for your child if you are smoking in front of him or her. In the data that show children's that has a second hand of this smokers that can causes fatal injuries. They will be have health issues, that will be have shortness breath, that will be he will be get asthma, like the others, and like the others lungs problems and all heart problems also. You should not, you should not feel sorry about your daughter, your boy, if you're smoking in front of her. Okay. Well, other than the this chemical stuff, the industry of tobacco itself is thriving in Indonesia. About three richest people in Indonesia are having tobacco industry. So there's three richest people in Indonesia have tobacco industry. What does mean? This mean this causes by the cheap price. This mean he rich because of selling the tobacco, selling the smoke. Why? The selling is very huge because this is caused by the cheap price that makes Indonesian people can afford more cigarette. And if you think like if someone buys cigarette a pack per day costs 20,000, then you sum up it per years, that will have huge number of saving money. That that will be 7 million rupiah per years if you are not smoking a pack of smoke in a day. 7 million rupiah. You can afford motorcycles. You can afford. You can develop your business more, and you can even schooling your child into higher education level. That's so huge number of money. This is and this is just only 1%. How about many percents that are addicted with cigarette in Indonesia? How many monies are get saving by not smoking like that? So please stop smoking. You just make the tobacco bosses become more rich, and you will lose that much of money that you can use wisely for not smoking. The last for me is smoking is the effective mass destruction weapon. By many Indonesian claims that the goal because of two reasons. The first is the commercials, the second is the price is cheap. The smoking is giving a negative effect and serious health problems. Not just about the active smoker, but also non-smoker. The second-hand smoker also get the negative effect too. There are a lot of money that you can save, and then you can more healthier because of not smoking. If you think it's difficult to you to quit smoking, you can consider these programs. Nothing lasts forever. You can change the future. Thank you. That's for me.